has officially begun. Well, sort of. We've had some warm temperatures, such as you just saw with Lacie using the broad fork outside. But then we've had some cold temperatures again. Like Selah and I, just now, starting microgreens in the dark because we needed to get them ready for a new order that we've had from one of our customers. But as we were doing it, it was sleeting outside.
Yeah.
So, temperatures have been up and down. And on top of temperatures being up and down, we've had more rain. And more rain equals what?
More mud.
Yep, more mud. More fun mud to be working and dealing with. But thankfully, we would have crop damage if it wasn't for the raised beds that we've implemented here this year. And on top of the raised beds, using the caterpillar and low tunnels, have actually spared most of our crops that we're growing right now. There's two areas that we were growing lettuce that have suffered crop damage. But other than that, overall things are doing really well on the farm, considering all the rain that we've had. And you know what? This week, we've begun our first deliveries for our CSA members for the spring. So this past week, we did our first big harvest of 2018. As we were prepping for our deliveries for our CSA members, first and easiest thing that we accomplished was washing the eggs and packaging the eggs. Chicken eggs and the duck eggs. Next, we headed out to the market garden, and inside the caterpillar tunnel, we harvested cilantro.
I helped harvest some cilantro too.
Yep, she did a great job. One of the ways that we harvest cilantro is, I don't like to just pick around and try to pick the best pieces. We try to be efficient, so we try to just whack and just cut right off the top. So when I'm cutting, what I'm looking for is you have your taller pieces a lot of times, and you have your short ones. So what I like to do is I like to take your knife or your scissors and just cut right off there, right above the shortest leaves. So that way you harvest the more mature, and then you leave the younger ones to grow, and then you come back and get those later. I don't know about you, Selah, but cilantro is my second favorite herb. My first is basil. And this week we've been running some experiments with doing microgreen basil, but cilantro is my second favorite herb.
After that, we harvested some lettuce.
And lettuce is one of my favorite crops to actually harvest. To harvest and grow. I really like the color, but I also like harvesting it and eating it as well. And Selah even harvested lettuce too for the first time. And here's before we harvested the lettuce, and here is after. One of the things that I like to do after we harvest the lettuce and other crops as well is remove a lot of the debris and a lot of the wilted and just the weaker leaves of the plant, so that way they won't make the environment more prone to diseases. And lastly came the most challenging crop to harvest this week, and that was the carrots. Under normal conditions, harvesting carrots isn't that bad. It's still not my favorite crop to harvest, but it's not that bad. But when you have to do it in the mud, it's just not fun. And not easy either. Ideally, it would have been best to wait and harvest them when it was drier, but the way things have been lately, on top of needing to get these orders to our CSA customers, it had to be done today and in the mud. This time it was Josiah's turn to help me out, to help me really play in the mud. These carrots have been crowded with unwanted plants, aka weeds. First, I had to rake the unwanted plants off the carrots. Then I took the broad fork and dug it in the mud to try to loosen up the mud so we could find the carrots in the mud. This definitely was not our best carrot harvest, nor my favorite time to harvest anything. But we did get muddy, very muddy. We did get to spend some time together, and we did get some carrots out of it. Let's look at those hands, man. They're muddy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Boots are too. This is one of those days where I told Josiah, I don't mind if you get muddy as long as you get the job done. There's some days we're not supposed to get muddy, right?
Yeah.
But today is one of those days where I don't care as long as we get the job done.
Yeah.
And this little fella here, this garter snake, decided to join us. And after almost a full day of harvesting, especially if you count the carrots, of getting them out of the mud, and then taking them to be washed off, of getting the mud off the carrots, because nobody wants to eat muddy carrots. Next, I actually had to prepare the produce and package it so that way we could deliver this produce to our CSA customers the next day. So we were on a time crunch once again.
Yep.
But we got all that packaged and ready. Looking forward to next week, because I know there's going to be more adventures on the horizon next week. So that is it for this vlog.
We will see you next time. Wait, one more thing.
Oh, that's right. this is the last week to get the discount for the Lever Axe. Yes, Lever Axe has offered 15% off their Lever Axe products to all of our viewers. So make sure you take advantage of this discount because March 31st is gone. So, and we actually got to use the Lever Axe again this week because we needed to chop a few more pieces of wood. So the Lever Axe got some more action here at Big Pond Farm. So make sure you check out the Lever Axe and get the discounted rate. Well, that's it for real this time. See you next time.
Yeah.
Bang. Bang.